What's up guys? Welcome to Veldora-sensei. For today's video we will review the volume 11 prologue of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Without further ado, let's proceed with the video. That was while Atlas had been entrusted with the job this time to try and negotiate with Leon. He had also guessed Yuuki's intentions for letting them handle this task. Boss wanted us to take a look at this man. It's important to learn about our enemies. Like with that Mariabelle, Boss would have had a hard time fighting her straight on. Demon Lord Rimuru is a monster beyond belief, that's why Mariabelle failed. That being said, it's impossible to see how strong Demon Lord Rimuru is. Mariabelle failed because she misjudged Rimuru's strength. In the first place, it was a miscalculation of Mariabelle, who was better at scheming, to have attacked directly. This was not just Laplace's analysis, but Yuuki and Kigali's as well. What Mariabelle was thinking, what she was afraid of, was that the longer she waited, the more disadvantageous the situation would have been for her. That was why she decided to place her bets on a high-stake gamble. It was something an outsider such as Yuuki could not have predicted. Moreover, the culprit that led Mariabelle's thoughts in that direction, now that there's no need to hide the truth, was Yuuki himself. Indeed, Mariabelle believed too much in her power, but it was Yuuki who intentionally designed it so that Mariabelle believed she could defeat Demon Lord Rimuru. In addition, he had mixed in false information to disrupt Mariabelle's plan. Yuuki wasn't sure that Mariabelle would have lost either. His goal was to let the strong fight among themselves so that he may observe and confirm their strengths. In the end, Demon Lord Rimuru emerged victorious. Mariabelle, who even Yuuki thought was difficult to deal with, was dead. And her source of power, unique skill greed, also recognized Yuuki as its new master. That had been Yuuki's true goal. Laplace was shocked after hearing about this. You couldn't just rob someone else's skill. But according to Yuuki, he had thought that he might be able to. How reckless. Mariabelle sure was unlucky. Her opponent was our boss, after all. She was too naive and too confident in her skills. The power of information definitely is amazing. This goes with Leon as well. That's why even though I'm furious, I shouldn't take this guy on when I don't have a good shot at winning. That's the smart thing to do, Laplace concluded. Suspension of all engagement and focusing on expanding their influence as well as gathering intel, this plan remained the same. Now that Yuuki had achieved his goal, there was no reason for them to stay in the Western nations. This was the reason why they wished to avoid provoking Leon and instead proposed to suspend their trade. It was no use yielding before Leon's intimidation. Laplace decided to finish his sentence. We are not saying that there will be no more dealings from now on. When we can conduct summoning rituals once more, we shall contact you, but please be patient until then. Furthermore, our information network spans the whole world. If there were to be any stray otherworlder children, could you permit us to take care of them first? That can't be helped then. I'll let you handle that. But I have one question. What's that? Why is your tongue so loose? Laplace replied with confusion, confronted by Leon's question. He was calling him loose-tongued, yet Laplace didn't even know what he said wrong. What did I let slip? Never mind that, if he wants to pick a fight, we'll give him a fight all right. Laplace wasn't nervous in the slightest. You gotta enjoy every situation you were in, or else you'd be a sore loser. Even if he failed, it was fine. He would just see what to do later on. He hid his killing intent and quickly made his resolve. Yet Leon followed up, ignoring Laplace's conundrum. Is it really fine for merchants who are sensitive to profits to reveal something as important as war so casually? If this were the previous handler Damrata, surely he wouldn't have done something so foolish. That's, now that he pointed it out, even Laplace thought he had a point. But Yuuki had ordered him to say this to decline Leon. Moreover, Yuuki had revealed other information to him. Now that Laplace recalled it, he began to connect the dots. What Leon would probably say next was, "Are you trying to hide something? You seem to want to keep my focus on the war." In case you haven't noticed, that's a foolishly naive thought. He threw his doubt at Laplace. We've seen through everything. Laplace finally regained his cool, but also felt annoyed at the same time. Seriously, boss has got me totally beat. He's even foreseen how things would develop here. Leon overanalyzed Laplace's words and twisted his meaning, thinking that he was hiding something. It was because the demon lord knew the great value of information that he misunderstood, thinking this was all Laplace's tactic to distract Leon from other goals. That wasn't the case at all in reality. Laplace and his companions were merely following Yuuki's orders. They didn't put much thought to it, but it wouldn't be helpful to tell the truth now. Leon would probably think that he was just making up excuses. This was all part of Yuuki's cleverly crafted plans. In other words, there were great schemes behind what he had done. Naturally, Laplace needed to give a hint regarding their ace in the hole. How impressive, as expected from Demon Lord Leon-sama. Actually, this would be the last of the top-secret merchandise. There were 5 more. The children who were taken in by Shizuozawa, to be more specific. Yuuki wanted to leak the information about the children under Rimuru's protection from the start. However, it would have raised Leon's suspicion about their devious intent if they told him directly. Therefore, Yuuki had reminded Laplace time and time again that he should only bring up the children at the end. Depending on how the negotiation went, there was no telling how things would develop. Yet Yuuki saw through all of this with ease, which was why he was so terrifying. Apart from feeling terrified, Laplace continued to say the words he had been ordered to relay to Leon. There were 3 boys and 2 girls. They were all otherworlders as you had ordered. But therein lies the problem, we can't get them out. Shizuozawa, Shizu, huh? In that case, they are in Tempest? Yes. It's a real pity. We're merchants too, so we don't want to get ourselves in trouble. By the way, the children's names were Ken Misuru, Ryazeki, Gail Gibbs, Allison, Kroba Hale. The one who spoke in Laplace's place while he was trying to recall the names was Footman, who had stayed quiet until now. The others figured that Footman wasn't the best communicator, so they only let him memorize the names of the children. Right. But since the merchandise can't be obtained, surely Demon Lord Leon wouldn't have any interest either, Laplace uttered with a smile. Yet Leon still scowled. Your pronunciation made it really hard to tell. Are you sure it is Kroba and not Chloe? Footman remained silent, even though Leon asked in a rather annoyed tone. If he were to respond without thinking, Leon would probably be so infuriated as to pick a fight with him. Footman, by virtue of being here with his group, was putting everyone else in danger. It was the right choice to have had him remain silent, otherwise, Footman would, no doubt, have only further aggravated Leon. Tyr apologized in his place. Please forgive us, His Majesty Demon Lord Leon. The names of the otherworlders don't translate well in our tongue. As a result, our pronunciations are not very accurate. Also, we heard that you didn't particularly care about the names of the travelers. We truly apologize. Tyr bowed after apologizing. Laplace and Footman also bowed dramatically to apologize. Indeed, names do not matter. It is your miscalculation that the merchandise was taken, but it didn't violate our contracts. The information about the upcoming war would suffice as your apology, I shall accept it. Leon swallowed his emotions and announced with his usual attitude. And with that, the meeting concluded. Laplace and the others took the payment for the merchandise and safely left El Dorado. And that's it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on my next video.